just go to shoutcast.com, where you can listen to the Josh Fourrier Show archives on YouTube. Search for channel Air America Phoenix. We have Jeff in Sun City, Arizona. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I just wanted to pick up on what you were just talking about, how, don't forget, it was George Bush who handed over TARP funds without any strings attached or any accountability whatsoever.
You remember the original TARP deal where what's his name, Hank Paulson, he came out and he said, I want $7 billion, don't want any questions asked in Congress, you can't ever look at it.
Yeah, he doesn't get any heck over coming up with a 3-page plan.
I remember that.
Pelosi should be wrung through the mud because of this stuff for some reason. And Barney Frank through the mud for this. This was Hank Paulson, who, by the way, where is Hank?
Yeah, where's old skanky Hank?
If I can, I just want to kind of expand on what you were saying, because not only did George hand them money with no strings attached, the timing there is pretty impressive as well. As they're closing all of their operations in the United States, just, very slowly, in a trickle fashion, they're opening plants right, left, and center in China, and have actually stated they have no intention of changing those plans. So what we're in effect doing is moving our manufacturing base, where unions have saved the workforce for 100+ years. We're now moving them over to 30 cents on the dollar, China, with no unions. This is a union-busting effort, and this is an effort to actually slant the playing field even further by killing wages even further. Are you kidding? I've been unemployed for a year. I'd take a job at 1/4 what I was making before.
And listen, let me tell you something, and that's a plan too. That's another kind of plan by design type thing too. The more unemployment, the lower your wages, because you'll take anything.
And I also I want to touch on, because you've asked the question a couple of times, how do you lose an airplane?
Yeah.
$9.5 billion stacked all up, bigger than an airplane, in fact. No one bothered looking for it, and in fact fought looking for it. These fiscal conservatives who want to crawl over everything and their brother and talk about a date in New York City when we didn't even want to look for money that was being thrown around like a football. Are you kidding?
I know that story still to this minute bothers me. I've never gotten over that there is $9 million. For those of you people who don't remember and need your memories jogged, it was shaped into footballs, and they're playing with the cash. They're throwing it around. We got it on videotape, and nobody wants to know where's the $9 billion. And see, I got to
tell you, in 8 years of calling in every once in a while and talking to you throughout all of the different venues, I got to say one thing. It is the fact that every single thing that you've been called a conspiracy theorist over, everything.
Well, everything happened.
True.
I know. Anything I've ever said has happened, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it, and I've said it. But I mean, come on, how many times have I gotten it wrong?
Hey, let's just look at Dick Cheney and the 24 scenario that keeps being thrown around. Hey, we had anthrax attacks going on that we didn't know where they were coming from, supposedly. And we didn't waterboard anybody to find that, where the next hit in the United States was going to come from. We didn't waterboard anybody for that stuff. That was the perfect ticking time bomb scenario. And we had it in the real world, and no one did anything. So all this hypothetical BS is just, little dressing to catch your attention and say, look over here. The facts are that we're imprisoning low-level soldiers while the people that ordered it are actually continuing to chastise these low-level soldiers. This is not the America I served in the military for.
Yeah. Well, that's what I keep saying. Is David Blaine in charge of everything? It's kind of all misdirection, It's all kind of magical and stuff.
Please keep throwing humor at it, because if you can't laugh at it, you will certainly cry.
That's what I'm here for. Thank you for calling. Eddie where is Eddie? Eddie in Tucson. Welcome to the show.